This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. This is a sponsored message. I've been using Anchor as my podcast host for a while now, and it's been a pleasure to use. Anchor offers benefits that most other hosts do not. It's free to use, but it also has a collection of tools that allow you to create a podcast completely within the Anchor website or smartphone app. They distribute your show to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other distribution channels without any additional effort on your part, and you can make money from your podcast without any minimum audience size. So you can use it as a more traditional podcast host like I do, but it's also got everything you need to start a podcast from scratch. If you're keen to give it a shot, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. It's Tuesday, January 3rd, 2022. Let's talk about the news. From Reuters, historic new year for Croatia as it joins Euro and Schengen area. As of the beginning of 2023, Croatia is the newest member state of the European Schengen zone and the newest economy to adopt the European Union's euro currency. Being part of the Schengen zone grants citizens of member states free movement between all countries in the zone, and the euro is the EU's shared currency. So although Croatia formally joined the EU in 2013, this pair of milestones brings the country into more complete alignment with other EU governments, and will make travel to Croatia a whole lot easier for other Europeans, and travel out of Croatia a whole lot easier for Croatians, with all the pros and cons that come with that ease of access and departure. From CBS News, CDC tracking rise of new XBB 1.5 COVID variant. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said last week that it's tracking a variant of concern called XBB 1.5, which has rapidly overtaken other known variants in the country. It's estimated that more than 40% of all confirmed COVID infections in the U.S. are caused by the XBB 1.5 variant as of last week, and its success may be the consequence of a new mutation that gives it additional immunity-dodging powers. Worth noting is that the aforementioned 40% figure could actually be as high as 61% or as low as 22.7%. These are just probability ranges based on the best available, but very incomplete data. Also noteworthy is that this variant seems to be causing an increase in COVID-related hospitalizations compared to previous dominant variants, though the current infection peak is still far lower than we saw last winter during the peak of the Omicron surge. And from The Guardian, warm January weather breaks records across Europe. Meteorologists are tallying temperatures that range from unusual to unheard of across Europe this week, as a slew of high-temperature records are broken from Spain to Belarus. At least 8 European countries have tallied the warmest January day on record already this year, and while the general change-up in weather patterns and warmer-than-usual ocean temperatures is broadly attributable to human-amplified climate change, ongoing La Niña conditions almost certainly also played a significant role in this heat wave. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com. And you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.